Hello everybody and welcome. My goodness, I've missed you for the past couple of weeks. I was taking a little bit of time off from vlogging to enjoy a quiet, sort of disconnected, off the grid last part of summer holidays. And now we're kind of in that moment where it's still very sunny outside, but we can definitely start feeling autumn in the air. So today we're heading to Chi, which is the Shangri-La Hotel Spa. And it has the most beautiful lounging terrace, a very, very lovely, large 17-meter pool. And I'm also going to get a hydrafacial because my skin, after all this sun exposure in Portugal, needs that little bit of extra hydration and glow. And the husband's going to be getting a massage. So yeah, it's going to be a fun sort of day date together. This is my little outfit of the day. I love vests like this one, you know, that are a little bit on the thicker end, I would say. So they work perfectly for days like this when we want to transition from summer into autumn. It's sunny outside, but it starts to get that tiny little bit chilly. Something like this I was definitely wearing a couple of weeks back with shorts, and now I've paired it with a pair of Reformation denim. I've also got some ballet flats by Arket. These ones are in leather. They're super comfortable and they're literally like walking on clouds, which I love for days like today because probably at the end of the day, we'll have a little walk by a park or something like that. My Celine sunnies, which are kind of a must, I feel like. Golden overload detailing in here. The earrings are Missoma. Got my autumn nails, which I don't know if that counts as an autumnal accessory, but to me it does. And then for my bag, I'm gonna carry my Birkin, but I need to fill it up for the day. So I'm actually gonna film a short / TikTok for that. And on that note, I've also started a 30 or 45 days, I haven't yet decided, series of autumnal outfits. Hope you're going to enjoy that. So I'll make sure to leave a little QR code in here in case you want to see that series. Just finished packing my handbag for the spa and look at her. She's filmed to the brim. I'm literally that person that if I could, I would carry an elephant inside of my handbag. So the size 30 comes in really handy because it will hold more than just your daily essentials. It won't get as filled as other larger bags will, and then I'll end up with perhaps some back pain or something. But again, I think that's my fault. I have started a new routine at the gym, so I should be building some new arms in there, and maybe I'll be able to add a little like Birkin 40 or Birkin 55, like a hack or something like that to my collection. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I actually wanted to talk to you about swimsuits because while I was packing this bag and like choosing what swimsuits I'm gonna get for the spa today, I realized that I've had this one in here since 2018 and it literally still looks as good as new. Look at this piece. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's from Hermès. Most of my swimsuits are actually from Hermès. They belong to the same group of Chanel. And this is my fave brand when it comes to swimsuits. They will never like this color. Look at this one. I'm also taking this one because the sun is out and they do have a very lovely terrace where we're heading today. So look at that. I mean, color on this. This has been on chlorine a gazillion times. It's been in the beach, it's been to the spa a million times as well, and they just preserve so well. This one in here is actually a limited edition, so it was part of a collection. I think it was called Pampa, if I'm not mistaken, and it has all this hand braiding. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's in this very, very lovely deep shade of navy, beautiful sexy cleavage because I am going on a little day date with the husband, so I do want to show a little bit of skin. Now I've packed other stuff. This is just going to turn into a what I have in my bag video, isn't it? I have my Kindle, which I'm obsessed with. I've started reading the Confessions of a Shopaholic series by Sophie Kinsella, and I'm only on book 2 and there's like 9 or 10 of them, so I'm just enjoying myself so much, honestly. I've got my detox peels, which I'll be taking at the end of the day. This ones are by Essentials and I swear by them. I've also got my phone with a very autumnal case that matches my nails. My sunnies, which are this one's by Celine. I feel like they match so perfectly to this type of neckline. One little pouch by oleada, and what I love about it is that it will hold a ton of stuff, and what I put inside of it is anything that's a liquid or something that could maybe stain the bag or something like that. Well, other stuff as well. So I have my AirPods in there. I've got a little hair clip and a little comb. My fave French deodorant. What else do we have in here? I've got this mascara. My goodness, you guys, look at my lashes. I mean, I'm obsessed. The wand is so interesting. Like, there's a brush only in about, I would say, half of the wand, and it's just so interesting. It coats the lashes beautifully. It doesn't clump up. It definitely lengthens them. It's a brush that brushes your lashes. Does that make sense? You know, there's some that just deposit product over your lashes. This one will brush your lashes while depositing the product, and it's definitely gone up on my top 3, I would say. Love it, love it, love it. It's called the Prada Scope, and I have it in the shade 01 Nero, which would be black in Italian. Then I've got this perfume. This reminds me of my honeymoon. It's called Shalimar. It's a classic by Guerlain, and I did that as if you could smell it. I always do that, don't I? It's just such a good scent. Love it, love it, love it the moment autumn comes around. And then I've got a little Nuxe micellar water. This one's rose scented because who needs a regular scented one when you can have a rose scented micellar water? I don't have foundation. I actually only have the La Roche-Posay 50 SPF tinted sunscreen, which to me is like a great hack for days when you're gonna spend your day in the sunshine, but you also want a little bit of color and look a little bit more put together. And then I have my fave lip combo in there. This is Sweet Rose Thorn, and this is my absolute go-to Guerlain lipstick, which I'm obsessed with. And I have it with a little case in there, so I can, you know, do touch-ups with the mirror it comes with inside. 2 products that have single-handedly helped me make my tan come all the way to autumn. I have literally 0 fake tan right now. Those of you who know me will know that I look like that wall. So I'm very tanned right now. I've been doing a combination throughout the entire summer. I have the Lierac peels. This ones you'll take before sun exposure, during sun exposure, and after sun exposure. 1 of them a day. They're filled with a beautiful concoction, little rich vitamins and products and goodies to make our skin glow, like particularly carrots and stuff like that. Borage oil as well, which is so nice. And then I also have the Lancaster After Sun Exposure. I think it's called the Tan Maximizer, Golden Tan Maximizer. And it promises to prolong your tan for 1 month. And I can assure you, this actually works. I think that will be it. Oh no, there's one last product, obviously another lip product. This is the Peptide Lip Treatment. And that will be it for today. Now let's head to the spa. I'm either gonna go for the crispy rice ton citron verte or the Ava toast. Sounds delicious. It comes with some lettuce and salmon. Oh no, but the salmon is smoked and I'm not a big fan of smoked salmon. Maybe a tomato salad. It comes with a little creamy burrata, and we know I love me a good creamy burrata. Maybe the carpaccio de tomate melone pastèque. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with the crispy rice, tuna and lime. That sounds delicious. Arrived a little bit ago. Let me give you a tiny tour. We've been chilling on this gorgeous area where you have the Eiffel Tower view right up there. I say right up there and you're not able to see anything because it's so light. Beautiful sunny day and we're spending it in the terrace. Now it's the husband's turn to choose what he's gonna eat. To go for the kids menu. Crispy rice. We've also got a lovely club sandwich and a little bit of tuna and some mayo, I think, or citrus or something, and obviously a good portion of fries. Wouldn't be a day off without a portion of fries now, would it? I love your new haircut. You want to show us on the other side? Please see. I'll show them then.
Because tomorrow I put it like this.
No, don't change it. I love it like that. It's so pretty. I've been dreaming of a little bit of crispy rice for so long. I can't wait for the crunch taste test. Definitely passing the crunch test. Triste, tienes que probar este. Tiene el crunch ese que me encanta. Also pairing that with a very healthy side of French fries. Very endometriosis friendly. Obviously, for some diseases, it's not the case. So perhaps if you eat something at a certain time only once, it's still going to have a bad effect on you. But I feel like I've reached a good balance when it comes to taming down the inflammation in my body, the pain with endometriosis. It's been a good, I would say, 3 months, which have been completely painless. And I honestly think it's all due to this new sort of holistic approach I've been taking towards it. So I really want to share this with you guys on another video a little bit more in depth, because I feel like I might have nailed a good balance and like found a good balance when it comes to taking care of my body with an inflammatory disease. So I also think something like this type of protocol would help anybody that has like PCOS, or I don't know. Do you want to move it? We can put it a little bit closer to you. So yeah, I was thinking, obviously I'm not a doctor or anything like that. It's just like what's worked for me. But we were talking about this with Tristan the other day, and we were saying it would be so interesting if I would share my findings with you guys, because I feel like sometimes we give health so much for granted. And if I could only help one person out there that suffers from endometriosis or PCOS or any type of cysts in our lady parts, etc., and all of our lady organs, I think that would make me the happiest person in the world. Every time I've spoken about endometriosis and stuff like that, a couple of you have mentioned it on the comments or have come back to me and been like, would you be able to share a little bit more about your holistic approach towards it? Da 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 da. And honestly, I've survived pretty well next to this disease post a surgery I had back in 2018. And but I was never really like completely painless up until now. So the protocol I'm following now has made me completely painless. I feel so well connected to my body, to all of the different phases in my cycle. Sometimes, like I said, we give our health for granted and we forget how great it is to walk through life without pain and without having to worry about, are we going to eat something and is it going to make us feel bad, and is that going to flare up, my endometriosis or my PCOS or something like that. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and get myself to eating a little bit more, because husbands because why?
I'm going to finish everything otherwise.
There you go. A little bit of pool time. How gorgeous is this little oasis? And lucky enough, we have it all for us today. Love me a good little private session. Appreciate the glow. Good afternoon, you guys. I just finished filming a sort of trends for autumn video, which will have gone live already, so I'll make sure to leave a link up here for you. But I really like my outfit today, and I have to get changed because I'm soon about to go on a little hot girl walk with one of my girlfriends, and we're going to this beautiful park in the outskirts of Paris, trying to squeeze in the last little rays of sunshine. So I thought before I get changed into my workout gear, I might as well show it to you, because there's no one else here. Tristan's on holiday at the minute, so I have no one to share my little cute outfit of the day. I mean, I did go out like this a little bit earlier. I had a meeting today. I'm really loving this type of like notebook finish on jackets. I think it gives a very sort of nonchalant look. Very lovely. Paired it with some very low heeled and in being pointy shoes that I got last year. And then the rest of it is just like this very lovely sort of satin fabric. Cute way to embrace the color palette of autumn. I was also wearing this sunnies a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's a really, really nice way to embrace the palette of the more autumnal days, but still, you know, if I have to, I can just remove the jacket and then I won't really be hot, which was a very nice add-on. And then my bag for today was this one by Longchamp. Very nice addition to my collection. Really love that one. And I've married all of that with some very chunky bracelets, which give me a little bit of an ASMR-y feel when I'm walking, and I really appreciate. And that was my little outfit of the day today for a little meeting I had in Paris. Now I'm gonna change into something way less glamorous, a lot more comfortable, and go ahead and do this little hot girl walk. We need our hot girl walk. But I'm Latina, so I'm still keeping my makeup for this hot girl walk. Also, how much are we liking the lipstick? It's a lip gloss by Rare. They sent me all their new lip glosses. I'll make sure to review them a little bit later on this vlog, and I think they're absolutely stunning. They have so much sheen. Good morning, you guys. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Paris, and I've had the loveliest sort of green morning park walk with the husband. To be honest with you, the decorations with the house have been taking a little while longer than we were expecting, let's say. I've been obsessed with this mascara. I don't know if I showed it to you earlier in the vlog. It's called Prada Scoop. It's by Prada. And I feel like it gives my lashes like a beautiful, let me pull you in a little bit in there. I feel like it gives my lashes a really nice sort of lift and curl, and it just really holds the curl, which is something I'm particularly fond of. Try to profit and get my vitamin D as much as I can these days before, you know, the rainy, super rainy season starts, which honestly, if it starts as late as possible, that would be great, because Paris is at that point where we have a lot of like those brown leaves on the floor, but the sun's still quite sunny and peeking through, which is lovely. I also have another sort of green activity booked in for later today. I'm gonna head to a flower or floral atelier this afternoon. So I'm gonna make my own bouquet, and then we're having a little goûter together with the other guests. This is just something I booked on my own. I feel like the moment the days start getting colder, I really appreciate doing activities that will happen inside, obviously. I mean, I did go for a walk this morning. I do go for walks almost on a daily basis. We went with the husband to this beautiful park, and there was a lot of greenery and brownery, and autumn was autumning, which is beautiful. But also, I feel like it is important that on weekends I try to disconnect a little bit and do some indoor activities. So I think that's going to be fun. Also, the house reno and all that jazz is still very much at early stages, and the whole decoration and all that stuff. So bringing a nice homemade or handmade, more like, flower bouquet to the house today is gonna give some nice greenery and welcome autumn vibes in a very lovely way. I think the name of the atelier was something like seasonal bouquet or something like that. So I'm obviously going to go for something very autumnal. I'll try to take you guys with me in there. I mean, this is a private thing. It's not really an influencer event or anything like that. So I don't want to bother the other people that paid for their atelier, but I'll try to show you as much as possible of it. And I'll obviously show you the little creation I end up doing when I'm back home. Now, makeup is done. I received all of this Rare Beauty goodies, which honestly I've been loving. I did test some of them already, but I thought we might as well swatch them all together. And I'm gonna pick one of them to go with today's little look. Should we go in order? Should we go in this order? I think we're gonna go in order. First off, we've got Dazzle. This one's gonna be a sort of shimmery, really, really sheer blue color, kind of like ice if you want. But it's got very multicolored little pigments in there. Lovely color, particularly for nighttime. Now the next one is Beam. These ones are actually cruelty-free, they're paraben-free. This has a beautiful sort of curly shade with, I think, what would be kind of golden undertones. Yeah, so I'd say this is a very light sheer coral with kind of goldeny undertones. Lovely, lovely color right here. Up next, we've got Flicker. This is your true pink, I would say the Barbie type of shade. Now for flicker, we're gonna have a very lovely pink with pink glitter or shimmer type of undertones. This is your true pink gloss with pink undertones. Really, really lovely one. The next three are my actual favorites. These are definitely more up my alley when it comes to the type of colors that I tend to go for my lip glosses. This is just gorgeous. So basically for the first one in here, we're gonna have a glimmer. This one's gonna be your classic rose gold with rose and gold shimmer undertones. Kind of like a goldeny pearl type of shade, which I think is just gorgeous. This is definitely something I'd wear on a daily basis, I would say. All right, what do we have next? Spark. Now this one I've used it a couple of times already. I've fallen absolutely in love with this color. To me, this is the perfect kind of like mid-tone brown. This is the perfect autumnal gloss. There's gonna be the right amount of like rose gold and bronze undertones peeking through. It just makes your lips look super, super juicy, and this is something I love. I think that's what I'm gonna go for today, actually. There we go. It just makes them so juicy and large, and love that. Okay, and then with the last color to test today, Blaze. Actually, you need to go in my handbag and I should get going. Blaze is gonna be sort of deep maroon brown color that's gonna have some golden undertones as well. Really, really stunning. I mean, look at that sheen. I could have gone for that as well. This is gonna be a lovely autumnal shade as well. But then again, obviously you can use Dazzle and Beam, you know, the first ones I showed you. If you want to go for something a little bit more festive at nighttime, why not? I feel like this ones I might lean towards more once the end of the year comes. But for now, during autumn, Spark and Blaze are definitely gonna be the two that I'll be reaching out for the most. These are stunning. I mean, look at that glaze. It's just gorgeous. Oh, I love me a good lip gloss, and I'm so happy that Rare Beauty has come out with some, because I feel like they do sparkle so well. They're just amazing when it comes to that. Obviously, the fact that the brand is cruelty-free, it's paraben-free, it's going to be nice for our bodies as well. And it's also been tested for sensitive skin, which if you're like me, it's good news. All right, you guys, I would love to keep on chatting with you, but I've only got 5 minutes before I need to head out. And I still don't know what I'm going to be wearing today. So I guess I'll see you again in the atelier. A very quick little outfit change because I have a soirée with a couple of girlfriends actually. So there's one of them that's come all the way from South America to present her swimwear and surfwear and lingerie collection at the lingerie salon here in Paris. But anyway, that's not the thing. I don't even know if I'm taking my vlogging camera tonight. But what I wanted to show you was my little finished bouquet. So I've gone for a little bit of like a countryside-esque inspired vibe on it. What do you guys think? I'm quite happy with it. If I'm really honest, I think I would have gone for a couple of larger pieces in the middle, but there weren't any available. Like if it was up to me, anything that's pink in there would have been a little bit larger. I think that would have given a bit more balance to it. But then again, I think it's kind of fun for it to be a little bit unexpected. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like fiddle with it a little bit more. But I think that's such a fun activity to do. Actually, let me put you down somewhere. Hold on. Sorry, but yeah, like I was saying, I think it's a really fun activity to do once the days start getting a little bit chillier. Something else I'm really looking forward to is the theater. The theater is one of my absolute favorite go-to activities once days start getting a little bit shorter. And yeah, maybe you want to go out for the evening, but you don't want to be sitting outside in a terrace. Paris has such good offer when it comes to theater. So one I'm really looking forward to is called Fantasmagoria. It's a musical. It happens in New York. There's sort of like a jazz, a lot of little like sequin sparkles type of vibe. Think Chicago, Cabaret, Moulin Rouge. That's the vibe they're going for. And they have only 2 exceptional dates happening in Paris this year, 7th and 14th of October. I'm going to the second date one. So if by any chance you're in Paris and you head there, I guess we'll have a little cute meet outside in the theater. Yeah, as you know, I'm a big fan of musicals, a big fan of the theater in general, and I think it's such a beautiful way to sort of forget about life for a while. It kind of injects a little bit of extra paillettes or sparkle in life, which is something I really enjoy. So this one's going to take place in the Palais des Glaces, and even if availability is limited, I think they might still have some tickets left. So for any of those of you that are coming to visit my little French capital, I will make sure to leave it linked down below because I think that's going to be gorgeous. This is one of my favorite things to see. That and anything that's kind of like humoristic, fun, that's going to uplift our spirit. Honestly, it is such a nice little beauty injection to go ahead and laugh. This one's more about those dreamy success stories, all the while injecting that extra type of sequin into the scene. It's going to be that vintage glamour. I think it's set in the 1940s in New York in a jazz club. And yeah, that's something I'm really looking forward to see. But obviously, I'll be able to tell you more about it once I've actually seen it. Just wanted to tell you about this one particularly in advance because, like I said, there's only 2 dates happening in Paris, and perhaps that's something that's up your alley if you're looking for little activities of what to do when you come visit. So yeah, all right, that's my cue. My friends are downstairs. I need to grab myself a bag and get going for a little bit of dancing night with the girls tonight. I've had my little morning smoothie already, which was delicious, by the way. I added this nice greens and had a lovely sort of protein pre-workout smoothie. Tristan came back from his morning walk and he brought us some Copan bread, which is a place I really like here in Paris. It's gonna have all gluten-free goodies, but it's like a really good boulangerie and patisserie that's all gluten-free. So if you're gluten-free and you're ever in Paris, this is a place you'll adore. There's one, it's not that close, but it's not that far from the house either. Like if you go for a nice kind of stretch morning walk, we can get there. They have a couple of them around here in Paris. We really enjoy getting treats from there from time to time. They also have like very nice alternative type of breads, and they'll revisit the classics. So you'll have a brioche, but maybe we'll be done with another type of like flour. You'll have some nice baguettes in there. You'll have nice ficelles. And also, my goodness, I was looking at myself this morning and I'm so tanned. Obviously, I wear SPF on my face, so my face not really that tanned, but my body, my goodness. I just spent 2 days within this vlog, but I didn't really take it with me, in Provence with one of my girlfriends, and that was amazing. I've been using the Lancaster Gold Maximizer, what's it called? Golden Tan Maximizer. This is a 1 month tan long prolonging after sun lotion, and honestly I think it really works. My friend's also been using it and she's tanned. So yeah, this is the longest I've maintained my tan these days. How good does that look? Smells delicious. So I know what I'll be having for my post-workout, although now I'm gonna finish getting myself ready because I'm heading to a Pilates reformer class very soon. And I'm trying out a new studio, which I'm actually very excited about. And I love testing out new places here in Paris. So looking forward to that. This was supposed to be like a not very big type of studio, boutique type of feels, which is everything I love. I love a good sort of intimate atmosphere where also the teacher is going to be there to kind of look at what you're doing, all that jazz. And booking my classes here is really easy because they're going to have an app. You can choose from the different courses they propose in 3 different studios in Paris. So they're going to have Pilates Reformer, there's also ballet classes, and there's Pilates on the mat as well, so mat Pilates, which I love, and I've already planned a couple of other sessions for the week with them. Summer might be coming to an end, but SPF is not going anywhere, and I think this is such a nice one to kind of give me a little bit of a pick-me-up. It also evens out my face with the rest of my body. This is the La Roche-Posay Antelios. It's a 50 SPF, and I really like it. Not only because it doesn't break me out, it's not comedogenic, and obviously it provides 50 SPF, but also, if I'm really honest, because it makes my face look like it's been under the sunshine, ironically, and it looks like I've got a little bit of a tan. It's my first time ever trying a reformer class with them. I only tested one of the Pilates mat classes, which was an exceptional masterclass in a rooftop. I took it with me a couple of vlogs ago. Now I'm actually going to be testing their former Pilates studio. It's my absolute fave type of Pilates and sports whatsoever these days. I used to be a swimmer, like a competition swimmer. I also played handball, I played tennis for many years. I've been running for the past maybe 10-ish years as well. But reformer Pilates has definitely come to the top of my list when it comes to my absolute favorite activities to do. And I am always on the lookout of a new studio here in Paris. So hopefully today's will also get added to my list of go-to places here in Paris. And I'll obviously let you know a little bit more about it after I've been there, because I know a couple of you are always on the research for a good Pilates studio here in Paris as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling and get myself changed, because now I got SPF all over my little Pilates gear. I might not have time to get changed, so we might just do a little bit of a magic sponge moment. Let's see if we can get this out with magic sponge. Two things before leaving the house. First of all, how gorgeous is my little bouquet looking today? I changed this to water and cut the little tips, and actually I learned something very interesting, which obviously the majority of you will know in here. I feel like I'm so late to this, but apparently you're only supposed to cut them in a little angle when they're flowers that are normally present in spring, summer. But then for flowers that are going to be present in winter, you're supposed to cut it straight, because they need a little bit like less surface to drink their water. How interesting is that? I was able to remove that little stain from the blue part with a little bit of micellar water, and I thought you guys might be interested in that tip. So yeah, I guess that's all the updates I wanted to make for you. Now let's head to a little bit of reformer and get this rentrée back to school glow up glowing. It's all or nothing now, isn't it? I'm always either the first one to arrive. The studio is literally empty. It's just the teacher and myself. I just wanted to show you this little nook in here, which I find so lovely. You guys might remember this brand because I've mentioned it a zillion times, but they have all the OSE products, so you can get your little hairstyling done by the end. I love studios like this in Paris that are going to have something for you to shush yourself in case you're headed straight to work after. This is literally like in the kind of like border between Paris and the suburbs. So very lovely sort of greenery type of area. I had a beautiful walk by the park before coming here. It's very cozy, sort of intimate atmosphere. There's just 7 machines. I don't know if the class is going to be full today. It's the name in case I didn't tell you a little bit earlier. We've got the changing rooms right there in the back, and then like I was saying, you've got that lovely sort of shushing yourself up area on the other side. I mean, obviously I haven't tested the class just yet, but atmosphere wise, it's definitely the type of place that I like. It's going to be kind of chill and a little bit girly, not pretentious, and I like that boutique feel in this type of places. I don't like to go to Pilates studio and feel like I'm just another one out of 500 students, particularly because even if I've been doing it now for a couple of years, I feel like when it comes to the reformer machine, it's always nice to have a teacher that's going to be able to see you, see your movements, correct you, all that stuff, so you really get a good workout done. Outfit check. Let me show you what I'm wearing today for my Pilates class. I've got my t-shirt that you saw a little bit earlier, and I've got this gorgeous little Oleada handbag, which is kind of my gym bag. I've got the sunnies there, but I also have weightlifting little pair of gloves. I also keep a pair or two of Pilates Reformer socks in here every time, but now this time I forgot them. Can you believe? Anyway, they said it's okay for this time that I do it barefoot, so that's nice of them. And then for the rest, I've got this Mage really long sort of cardi coat, which I love for this type of like mid-season moment of the year. Back home now. That was so nice. Absolutely loved this class. It was one of those where the instructors super focused on our breathing, on us getting the techniques done right, really elongating our body to the fullest. I then had a very long walk all the way home, just to get a couple of steps in. I try to do like about 7,000 to 10,000 a day, but I'm pretty certain today I've gone over that, which is just good. Why not? When I left, it was raining, and then when I got back, the sun came out, and I was like, I really need to squeeze in as much vitamin D as possible, because yeah, like I was saying the other day, I think rainy season is really upon us. Like, it's starting to peek through, and then you come to this point where Paris is basically like London, where for a whole season it can rain days and days on end. So I try to squeeze in as much greenery and sunshine as I possibly can. But yeah, this class was so good. If you guys are on the lookout for a new Pilates Reformer studio, I think you'll really enjoy this one. It was very lovely. There was a nice ambience with the people as well. You know, some places are kind of like, go do your class and get out. And here there was that sort of communal feeling. Even if it didn't look like the girls knew each other, there was still a pretty good ambience, and I particularly enjoyed that. So yeah, very lovely class. I feel like it was one of those that focused a lot on long, lean lines, which is something I particularly enjoy. And yeah, I'm gonna stop waffling, end the vlog right here, because I need to get myself in the shower and get to editing some stuff, get to filming some other stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.